Hi everyone, I'm Ellie from Ellie's Exotics, and today we are going to be feeding all of my pets. I haven't done one of these videos in such a long time, and to be honest, it's because it's quite a rare occasion that all of my animals eat on the same day, but things have lined up today, and honestly not for a good reason. So we had a problem with the freezer, and unfortunately, all of my frozen stuff that I had bought defrosted. I had just bought a new pack of wiener rats, a new pack of mice. There was a lot, okay? Including like thousands of snails. But that does mean I need to go out and get some food. So that's what we're gonna be doing first. I need to pick up some locusts and of course all of my frozen stuff. So let's head over to Shirley Aquatics and go and pick up some food for my animals. So the reptile section was closed today, which is a shame, so I couldn't take you around and show you the animals, but I still managed to get my frozen stuff. I just had to ask at the counter, and I got 6 medium wieners, they didn't have large, 10 medium mice, 10 small mice, and 10 large pinkies. Came to £81. So that's how much money I've lost out on the freezer defrosting. And I still need to order the rest of the snails as well, and they are, I think, like 40 quid, but oh well, these things happen. And I promise you, if you're a reptile keeper, it's gonna happen to you at some point. Anyway, let's go home. So I'm home, I'm gonna show you everything I got. They had some smaller dubias today, so I picked up some smaller ones because usually they only have the adults and they're too big for the animals that I feed them to. But Egg, my leopard gecko, will love these. I of course got my frozen stuff, all of these. And then I picked up 3 boxes of locusts as well. I also got some lobworms, these are for my Pac-Man frog. And then the last thing I got is this plant for my gargoyle gecko's enclosure. This nice bromeliad. I'll probably take this out of the soil and just have the roots free hanging. I think it will do a little bit better then, because right now it's not doing the best. And I think it is probably because it is in soil. Anyway, let's prep these frozen stuff. So I've got a Ziploc bag here, and I'm just gonna put the frozen stuff I need into this. These large pinkies are very small. Oh well. It'll be fine. These are for Marmite, my Kenyan sand boa, and I think he's in shed at the moment, so I don't even know if he'll eat it, but we'll see. It's nice to offer him one anyway. I'm grabbing a medium mouse out of here for my corn snake Kiki. And then we've got a small mouse. This is for Toast, my Mexican black king snake. And then finally, I'm gonna grab 2 of these medium wieners, and these are for my Woma python and my Dumerals boa. So they are in their nice warm water now. I'm just gonna leave these here. I'll probably feed the snakes tonight. I usually feed in an evening once everyone has woken up. So let's get these bugs upstairs and start feeding the geckos and the animals that don't need frozen stuff. So the first set of animals that we're going to feed are my new Caledonian geckos. So they eat a powder formula, but we will be giving them some bugs, but we'll do that in a bit. First, let's make up their powder mix. They are getting the with insect formula today. They love anything with bugs in it. And also recently, Honey has started eating bugs. Not entirely sure why. I'm just gonna pop some of this into here. I've had her for, I don't know, 2 years, and all of a sudden she's like, yep, I love bugs now. It's really fun to feed her, so we'll definitely be giving her some bugs. But now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna pour it into my shaker bottle and then do an equal amount of water. Pour that in there and then shake it up. So now that this is all mixed up, I'm gonna let it sit for a bit. So I'm gonna go and pop this in the fridge. And in the meantime, I'm going to make up some Omnigold for my pink tongue skink. Because I'm gonna have to throw away the frozen snails, I really want her to try and eat this. I've offered this before and she didn't take it, but that was when I first got her, so she's a lot more settled in now, and I think she might take some Omnigold. So we'll give it a go today. I'll make up a little bit, but we need to go downstairs because I have to boil the kettle to do this. So back down we go. So whilst the kettle is boiling, I'm gonna pop some Omnigold into this bowl. This is a 2-to-1 ratio, so I'm gonna pop in 1 scoop of Omnigold and then 2 parts boiling water. So I'll just pop that in there like so. It smells weirdly good. I don't know, it kind of smells nice. All right, so now 2 cups of this to go in. And over the next couple of hours, it will kind of turn into a jelly and it'll thicken up. So I'm just gonna stir this and then I'll pour it into the mold. You can keep this in the fridge for up to a week, just like with the gecko food. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour this in here and try and not get it literally everywhere. So let's just pop these ever so carefully into the fridge and leave them there to set. Now it's time to sort out the feeder bugs. I've popped all of the bugs that were left over and that weren't dead into this shaker, and I've thrown away all the dead bugs. And now I'm just gonna take my locusts and pour them into here. This can be a bit of a task to try and stop them from jumping out, but let's see. They want to stay put today. Maybe let's have the lid on hand so I don't just have to keep grabbing them in and in. All right, they're all sorted, and once the Omnigold is done, I'm actually gonna give them some because it's got a lot of good stuff for them in it, and I'm also just gonna pour those other bugs back in there. So that's all the prep work done. Now we can actually start feeding animals. Up first is Morticia, and she is my Brachypelma smithy tarantula. She is in a very good spot for us today, and she is just gonna get a large locust. Oh, and there she goes. She's gone into that tunnel to grab her bug. Next, we'll feed Obi-Wan, and he is my hairy desert scorpion. Now, Obi-Wan is quite the character. He usually will use his stinger when I feed him, so let's see. If he does today. You want it? No? I think he's just a bit scared, to be honest. Right, I'll leave that in there, and we'll move on to the next animal. So I was gonna do egg next, but Tim Tam is out and about, and he never usually tongue feeds, but let's see if he wants to take it. Oh my gosh, that is the first time he has ever taken bugs from tongs. Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. Let's see if he wants another. Come on, Tim, come on. I know you want it. Oh, oh, oh. There we go. This is a very big moment. I've had this boy for what, like 6 months? Never taken from tongs. But for the YouTube video, he's really showing up. I love this boy. Honestly, he's so friendly too. Like if I put my hand out, he'll walk straight onto it. Usually I'll give him 4 bugs, so let's see if he wants another one. He needs like a lot of movement to understand that it's food. That's why usually I'll just throw the bugs in because they'll jump around and then he'll like go and find them himself. But he's a good hunter compared to the other geckos. All right, well, I'll leave that in there for you. That's his enclosure all closed up now. I can't remember if I said, but Tim Tam is an Australian barking gecko. This is a fantastic alternative to a leopard gecko if you're from Australia, or just a great addition to any reptile room, whether you're from Australia or not. They are super friendly, full of character, and they are actually communal, but I've just got the one because they also do fine on their own. But yeah, this was a very good Tim Tam feeding day. I'm so glad I managed to catch that on camera. Okay, so next we're going to feed Egg, and he is my leopard gecko. He definitely does take from tongs and he loves his food. He's gonna get some dubias today for a bit of variety because the last few feedings he's just had locusts. So let's pop some dubias into a calcium shaker and offer him some bugs. I've got Egg's dubias all dusted. Let's offer them to him. I have a feeling he is over on this side. Come on, Eggy. Come on. Oh, you missed. Oh, you've got the tongs. You've got the tongs and not the bug. Well, let go of the tongs. So close. You're so close, Egg. There we go. Oh my gosh, I paused the recording because I was gonna adjust the camera angle, and I literally had to slam the door because Egg almost ran straight out of the enclosure. You crazy boy. I guess I'll have to do it with this side of the door closed. Try again, Egg. Here, look, here. There you go. He does miss sometimes. I don't know if he's maybe got a bit of a vision problem. I got him from a rehoming site and I didn't have much information about him, so I'm just kind of learning about him as I go, but he does love his dubias. There you are. You've got it now. And you're just stood in your calcium bowl. Yeah, look. There you go. Okay, gosh, feeding egg takes a long time, but Tim Tam is looking real cute right now. I'm not gonna lie. Tim Tam is just the star of the show today. Look at him. Oh my God, he's too cute. Are you still hungry, Tim? You looking for some bugs? Next, we're feeding Big Mac. If you've watched my feeding videos before, then you know this might be slightly chaotic. Now, the problem with Big Mac today is he is right next to the door. This is a fully hinged door enclosure, so sometimes he does try and jump out. Anyway, let's try and give him some bugs. He is gonna get some giant lobworms today. They are dusted in a bit of calcium. Let's see if he wants one, which I feel like he probably will. Oh. Okay, there we go. There is bug number 1 for Big Mac. He's gonna get 3 lobworms today. Right, you ready for your next one? Oh, no, you still got the other one in your mouth, Big Mac. Okay, give it a minute. Okay, Big Mac, you ready for your next one? You can see just how big he is. People have had some concerns about his weight. He really fluctuates, okay. Pac-Man frogs will retain water. So right now, he really needs to pee. That's why he looks so chonky, but the day before or the day after, you know, he might look entirely different. So I typically go off of body condition after he has had a pee. Ready? Okay. You were fairly normal about that one. It's what we like to see, Big Mac. All right, that is Big Mac all done. Next, we're going to feed Peach, my pink-tongued skink. Oh, I guess not. Big Mac is gonna try and eat a leaf. Okay, let's go feed Peach. All right, so we've got Miss Peach here, and the Omnigold has turned into more of a jelly consistency. Let's see if she's interested in eating it. The only thing is, it won't smell like snails, and like the smell is usually what gets them going. They're not really like movement-based hunters. She's usually a ravenous eater, so I don't think she's gonna eat that, to be honest. All right, let me get her a snail. I've gotten her a snail. As you can see, she is very food motivated when it comes to snails. You don't want to crawl on my hand today? Okay, well, you don't have to. Good job, Peachy. You gonna crush it? You gonna crush the snail? Good job. She is currently walking to the other side of her enclosure with this snail. I don't know where she's trying to take it. She's wiping her face. There we go. She's quite hard to see down there, but I'd rather her feel nice and safe. Let's give you this piece, and I think then you'll probably be full. Look, it is a snail. I just haven't cut this one up for you. No? You don't want it? Okay. Okay, I guess she's done. Usually she'll decide by herself whether she's full or not, and I guess she is full now. So let's leave her alone and feed the next animal. I've got my Blue River diet out of the fridge now, and I'm gonna pop it into these 3 bowls here for my new Caledonian geckos. There's 1, there's 2, and number 3. There we go. The first pot of food here is for Apple and Kiwi, and these are my chameleon geckos. They're usually hiding away on these branches. There's one just back there. I can't tell from here whether that's Apple or Kiwi, but the males are usually quite a bit smaller than the females. So I'm just gonna pop their food on their feeding ledge here. And some exciting news about these guys. Apple has lost weight. She's looking a bit skinny, and she was looking very chunky for a while, so I'm guessing that she has laid eggs somewhere in here. Now I'm gonna let these incubate inside of the enclosure because the conditions are perfect for it anyway, and it's a bioactive bib that's quite big for them, so they'd be quite hard to find. So over the next few months, I'm just gonna keep searching day and night to see if any baby chameleon geckos pop up. It's so exciting. But that's them all done. Let's head over into the other room. In here, we have got Cheese, my crested gecko, and I am just gonna pop his food on his ledge there. Now, New Caledonian geckos, like Cheese and Honey, my gargoyle, typically only wake up at nighttime, so we probably won't see him eat right now, but I'm gonna come back into the reptile room later on, and hopefully he'll be awake, eating his food, and we'll give him some bugs. Honey will be moving in next door very shortly, but I just need to get this enclosure finished. As you can see, she's got her label, the enclosure is built, the background is all done, but I still need to plant it, and with my bad back, I can't carry the top topsoil upstairs, so she's gonna have to wait probably a few more days. But speaking of honey, let's pop her food in. Her food is just gonna go on the ledge here, and let's see, is she around anywhere? Oh, there she is. There's Honey right up there. That is one of her favorite spots to hang out. I'm hoping that she'll use these little tunnels instead of just hiding by the UVB. She's got plenty of hiding places to go, but this just happens to be her favorite, I guess. Anyway, like with Cheese, she'll be waking up later on tonight, so let's leave her alone. So now I've got a couple hours free to work on stuff that I need to work on whilst we wait for the rats to finish defrosting and whilst we wait for all of the lights to go out. They turn off at 7 o'clock and they come on at 7 a.m. So I'll be back at 7 o'clock when all the lights are out and we're ready to feed the snakes. It's been a few hours, the animals are starting to wake up. Let's see who is currently awake. I know the two big snakes aren't awake because they're pretty obvious when they are, but I have seen a very adorable little gecko saying hello to me. As you can see here, Apple is awake. This is my female chameleon gecko. You can see on the top of her head, she's got like this little lump there. That is a calcium reserve, I believe. So these geckos will hold on to excess calcium when they have just produced or are currently producing eggs. So it's a good sign. It's a very good sign. Now I'm just heading downstairs and I'm going to grab all the frozen mice and boil the kettle because I need to warm up the head of the rats. I've got my rat thawing mug. I am considering selling these on Etsy, but I don't know if anyone would be interested. If you do want your own enclosure labels and stuff, you can get them from my Etsy. They're all handmade, but let me know in the comments if you want a rat thawing mug. Boiling water and defrosted mice have been secured. Let's head back upstairs. Up first, we'll feed Chai the Dumeral's boa because she is awake now. She's going to get her medium wiener, and sometimes she can be pretty crazy. This way, look. This way. No, no. There we go. Yeah, sometimes, I don't know, she just goes into food mode, doesn't know what is food, what isn't food, and tries to go for your hand instead. But today she was actually really good. She just went straight for the rat. She's also coiled around her fake plant right now. Also, if you've been wondering, Chai has been doing fantastic with her handling sessions. She is showing little to no defensiveness when coming out of the Viv now, but she is still as hungry as ever, which is exactly what we like to see. So she's turning into a very good pet snake, but she's a super slow eater, so we're gonna be here a while. So maybe we should move on to one of the other snakes. We have got Toast out and about. He is awake. So let me grab his mouse. Oh, it's okay, Toast. It's okay. Oh, I think my shadow scared him. Oh, there he is. Okay, here we go, Toast. There we go. Good job. And he is gonna steal that away. That is his first time getting a small mouse actually, but I think he'll be able to get that down just fine. You saw the size of him and the size of the mouse then, so he'll be okay. Next up, we have got Kiki, and Kiki, like I said, is my corn snake. Okay, there we go. Very food motivated, as you can see. No, well, don't come outside the enclosure. That's why I just crack it a little bit when I feed her. Honestly, corn snakes are great because they'll be super fun to feed, but then they'll be super chill when you get them out. She is such a lovely snake, but she will eat this so quickly, so let's get that on video. Literally no messing, barely even coiled around it, if at all, and is just eating it straight away in her water bowl. She can take down large mice, but corn snakes get really chunky really fast, and she has gotten a bit too chunky before, so keeping her on a diet of medium mice has been working a lot better for her. Chai has started, finally, after already feeding 2 snakes, to get her wiener rat down. Look at the difference between Chai and Kiki, who's like almost done. Next we have Bicky, but I'm trying to find Bicky's head. He's my Woma python. He's kind of going through a weird phase at the moment where he wants to be drop fed, but we'll see if he'll strike for his food today. You see his twitchy movements? Oh, there we go. Okay, he hasn't done that for a few weeks. I guess he's hungry today. And look at him coil around that. Vicky's the same as Chai. He takes absolutely forever to eat his food. So we will come back to him later and we'll pop Marmite's food in next. So Marmite is my Kenyan sand boa, and I'm not seeing any Marmite noses out. Usually what I'll do is I'll start to tap the surface because this simulates footsteps within the soil. That'll let him know that food is coming. But like I said, I think he is in shed, so I don't think he will eat it. But I'll pop that there and I'll come back tomorrow morning and see if it's gone. How is it warmer in here with the lights off than it is with the lights on? It just goes so humid at nighttime. But anyway, all that we have left to feed, even though we've got a young man wanting more bugs, you can't have any more. You've already had your dinner today, Egg. Now we just need to give Cheese and Honey their bugs. So let's do that now, starting with Cheese. Hi, Cheese. Would you like a locust? I think you would. There we go. Okay, bug number 2. Come on, Cheese. Oh, you missed it. There we go. Oh, there we go. Good job, Cheese. You got it. Sometimes he calls it quits at 2. Look at that face. How can you not love that face? You don't want it? You calling it quits now? Yeah, you done. Okay, Cheesy, good job. I'll let you enjoy your evening. Now on to Honey. Oh. Honey, let go of the tongs. I swear to God, Honey, if you run out on me. Yeah, try this one. Oh, okay. Maybe try one more time with the tongs. She's just in such an awkward position. Oh my gosh. She's crazier about bugs than Cheese. And in the 2 years that I've had her, all she has done is refuse bugs. She really makes me jump though, because she like proper goes for it. My crazy girl. Crazy, crazy girl. At least, you know, I get to see Honey a bit more because I feel like because she's not great with handling, she's up until this point never eaten bugs. I just didn't really see her very often. Like she's quite a shy, elusive gecko, but it's really nice that at least now I can have this quality time with her and give her some bugs. And it means you guys get to see a bit more of her as well. Okay, let's see if she wants this other one. Oh no. Oh, okay. Well, she just ripped its head off. Honey, you are insane. You didn't even take the rest of it. You just ripped off its head. She's got enough bugs in there to sustain her now anyway, and she's taken 2.5 times from tongs. Today has been a very successful day. So that brings us to the end of this video, and we almost got a full house today of everyone eating. Only 2 of the, I don't know how many animals I have, 8. The only ones who didn't is Marmite, who never eats on camera anyway, and Obi-Wan, who can be a bit hit or miss about eating on camera. He can get a bit shy. So that is everything. I really hope you did enjoy this video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and make sure you comment down below what your pet reptiles or other pets are called. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.